Huda and Louis were like on top of each other the whole time.
Was there anyone you just were not expecting to see?
I mean, Huda was probably like the biggest, like kind of like wow factor.
How about Dakota?
Off camera, he was talking to me a little bit about, his situation. The vibe I got from him was super genuine. If you're part of a toxic relationship that's not ending, like, it takes two to tango. Two people are playing a role in that. People have their opinions online as far as, oh, maybe he's the manipulator in the background and the videos. Like, it's a lot. I could tell that he's a good dad. Like, he loves his son. Honestly, they both probably shouldn't be on the show anymore.
Besides Dakota, you also have, Anna Delvey, who shows up with her ankle monitor. Is she as deadpan as she seems
Yes,
on
she
TV?
is. Yes, she is. Like, she's like the jokes with her was like no words, but just like icon.
It's Carrie Burke, and welcome back to Fire Chats, the Mind Fire Pod, where we have conversations with your favorite celebrities and reality stars about everything from mental health to relationships to the stories behind how we really feel. Today, I'm here with Niko Emanuilidis, who is currently on Unwell Games, but he honestly does it all. He's a content creator, a dating coach, Mr. Daddy Academy himself. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so excited to chat about all the things, but I just watched the first episode of Unwell Games last night, so I want to start there. How did you wind up on Unwell Games?
Yeah, it's a good question. So they reached out to my team, and it's funny because my name's the Daddy Academy. Obviously, Alex Cooper is call her daddy. I always said, like, as a joke, I'm like, she's either gonna send me a cease and desist one day, or we're gonna end up working together. So obviously, I've probably been on her radar for a little bit just because of the name. It's probably popping up on her feed and her team's feed. And yeah, they were looking for a very unique group of people, reality TV stars, people who are on social media and whatnot. And yeah, I guess I just came across their team, and they sent out an email to my team to be on it, and I was like, super surprised, obviously, but thrilled. It's an amazing opportunity,
That's awesome. Are you a winter sports kind of guy?
Not at all. Like, I don't ski, I don't snowboard. I sled as a child. I mean, like, in Westchester County, we had some good hills. Like, I grew up in the suburbs of New York, and we had some like really legendary hills that I would like shred down. A funny story. Me and my sister were studying in my backyard one day. And sometimes when it's like really icy,
Yeah.
this was my sister's probably like 6 years old, and I was like trying to teach her how to do it, and she was like ripping down, and it was like super icy, and I'm yelling at her. I'm like, bail, bail, and she doesn't know what bail means because she's like a kid, and she so like flies in the air and slams into my neighbor's house, and I got in a lot of trouble for that. So that was yeah. My sister's okay now. I mean, she got a little bump on her head, but she's all right.
That's not your fault, right?
No, it's her fault. Exactly. But yeah, I have no winter skills. I went ice skating this winter for the first time in like, I don't know, years. So
in years, not
in
ever.
years, not my first time ever. But yeah, like, I mean, I grew up, I played basketball growing up, football, athlete, I work out. So like, I'm athletic, but not in the winter sports category. So I had to let them know that, but it was okay. My inexperience didn't hinder my abilities, as you guys will keep watching and whatnot.
I'm very jealous of your snow activities growing up in Westchester County. As a born and raised Manhattan girl myself, I did not have snow in my backyard. So I'm very jealous of you.
What part of the city you grew up? In Manhattan?
In Manhattan, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
That's
I'm
cool.
still here.
Still here. I love it.
Yeah. Are you in Manhattan now?
Yeah.
It's the best. It's honestly the best.
I've been living in the city now for just about 4 years.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah. I love it.
So you get to Unwell Games. Who were you shocked to see there? Was there anyone you just were not expecting to see?
I mean, Huda was probably like the biggest, like, kind of like wow factor, in a sense that, I cover reality TV and dating and whatnot because it's what I do. And so like last spring and summer, I was covering Love Island, and I was making videos about Love Island. So just to go from covering somebody to like sitting next to her, like in a shuttle and on the same team as her. Like it was just like kind of like it's a funny moment for me. But I don't like a lot of the people there, like I knew, but I don't watch a ton of reality TV. Like I watch like Love is Blind and that kind of stuff and Love Island recently. But a lot of the people like I knew, but I never really watched their shows. So
Mhm.
I was kind of like I almost learned about a lot of these people more after the fact because we filmed the end of January, early February. So I kind of learned about a lot of these people like after the fact. But like I kind of
Yeah,
knew a little bit about them, like the spark notes, but I learned more now, honestly.
that's honestly kind of a quick turnaround. I didn't expect
They so
it.
it was supposed to come out, from my understanding, even sooner. But I mean, I used to before I started doing this, I worked in a creative agency and whatnot, and things take a long time to turn around. I think the fact that they were even able to turn around as fast as they did was pretty amazing, honestly.
Yeah, they're full-length episodes too. I was
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
like 50 minutes. This literally could live on Netflix if it wanted to.
Oh, the team was great. Like the production team was super awesome. Like for the hair and the makeup people, like literally everybody on set was, and this is my first reality show. So like it was my first kind of experience with this. Everyone was like so nice. Like I can't say more good things about the Unwell team and their production studio. It was awesome.
So you were shocked to see Huda there. How about Dakota? Had you ever seen Secret Lives
So
of Mormons?
no, but all I knew is that okay, he had a baby with Taylor Frankie Paul. They're not together anymore, and there was like some drama there. Like that's literally all I knew about him. Meeting him, like I thought he was a really nice guy. Like the vibe I got from him was super genuine and nice dude. Like he and I kind of like similar features. So like we were talking to like I was talking to him a lot, and off camera, he was talking to me a little bit about, his situation, but not in great detail. And obviously, we see what's come out recently. But my vibe on him was like he was like a cool guy. But as I mean, I work in dating coaching and relationships. Uh, if you're part of a toxic relationship that's not ending, like it takes two to tango. Two people are playing a role in that. So, I mean, my advice to him would be, which hopefully now it's like that needs to go their separate ways, co-parent the way you got to co-parent, but you don't this needs to end type thing, right? That would obviously be what I would say to him. So people have their opinions online as far as, oh, maybe he's the manipulator in the background or this and that, and like I have no idea. But all I know is like what the vibe I got from him was like he was a nice guy. Like we got along really well. He and I, we were talking a bunch, but yeah, I just hope that situation kind of just comes to as healthy of an end as possible because it's not it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, at least you had a good experience with him. I know a
I
lot of
did. I
people,
really I really did. I really did.
that's no, that's good to hear. I know a lot of people were kind of mad that he was on the show. He
And
was edited out of Vanderpump Villa.
I saw that. I understand why people have that perspective, especially since they canceled Taylor Frankie Paul's Bachelorette season, kind of thinking like it should be fair across the board, which I understand. I just think yeah, it's a really tricky situation. It's like his side, her side. Obviously, there's things that are in the public eye that people can make their own assessment on. Toxic relationships are tough because both people are playing some role, usually in some capacity. So yeah, it's and then the videos, like it's a lot. I just like I could tell that he's a good dad. Like he loves his son and he wants to do what's best for that. So like I got that read off and we talked about his son a lot.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just hope that he's able to kind of get through this and his family gets through this and Taylor Frankie Paul, gets through this as well and they can kind of like mend these fences. And honestly, they both probably shouldn't be on the show anymore. Like I know it's TV and money's money, but if they're looking what's best for their child, they should probably kind of be done with that show and try to have some normalcy back. That would just be those are just my thoughts.
Have you reached out to him since the allegations came out?
I I had I sent him a DM when I saw the drama happening, basically just saying like, "Hey man, I'm seeing everything coming out. Like, hope you're doing okay." That was basically it. But I didn't hear back from him, but I'm assuming his team might have a tight lock on his socials right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, I just reached out just as a a friend, a new acquaintance, right? Just like, hey, dude, saw some crazy stuff going on. Hope you're doing okay. Which is,
Yeah,
which I would hope somebody would do for me, so
definitely. And then besides Dakota, you also have, Anna Delvey, who shows up
yeah,
with her ankle monitor.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what are your thoughts on her there?
And,
Was that a
and,
shock?
it's another one who like I knew roughly about who she was, but I didn't have any experience. I didn't watch her show, like, well, not that she's on it, but the show about her. But since then, I've learned a lot. She's actually coming on my podcast this week, so I'm gonna dive into a lot more stuff with her personally. She's really, really sweet though. Like, same thing. Like, chatted with her a lot. We were on the same team, so talked to her a good amount. Really nice girl. Like everyone, like honestly, everyone on the show was super nice, sweet, like low, really like low drama, minus just the moments you're seeing in the show, which obviously they put together for TV purposes. But for the most part, everyone was like really down to earth and cool.
Is she as deadpan as she seems
Yes,
on
she is.
TV?
Yes, she is. Like she's like the jokes with her was like no words, but just like icon. Like that was like just deadpan, barely talks, but it's just like iconic with everything she does. Like that was those are the jokes we were making in real time.
I love it. Was it ever awkward kind of being around all the couples on the show? I mean, you mentioned Huda before. Huda and Louis were obviously, locked in. Did
I
it
mean,
ever get
like,
weird?
well, Joe and Serena, like, they're married, so
Yeah.
they kind of have they're married, so they're not like on top of each other the whole time. Yeah, Huda and Louis were like on top of each other the whole time, which it's like whatever. All right, you guys are in love, young love. So like, but that was fine. Like we kind of all knew that they were like that anyway going in, so that wasn't really a surprise.
It's funny. You could kind of tell from the first episode, they're just attached at the hip, holding
Yeah,
hands.
no, then I was it was like that on or off camera, but good for them.
Good for them. So let's talk a little bit about the first game. You had to pin everyone's follower accounts to their photos. I feel like I
Yeah,
would have failed that. Were you
it's
pretty
hard.
confident going into it?
I was decently confident. Like once we kind of knew who was on the show because we still had our phones at night. So like I was kind of like looking up people. So I kind of had like a good idea of like, oh, this is who that is. So I thought Juliet and I did okay. They didn't show our segment on there, but I had thought maybe we did all right. But yeah, I don't know. Anna and what's her name won? Alyssa won.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that was a shock. I did
It
not
was a
see that
shock.
one.
We were all shocked in the moment, actually. I
That
didn't
was
think they won, but yeah.
they seemed shocked too, honestly, when
Yeah,
they like
that's
jumped in
yeah.
their seats.
Yeah, I don't I they were very like cool, calm, collected up there and they also went a little later in the
Mm,
order, so I think they kind of like figured it out and were able to kind of like do it faster, a little bit
it's a
faster.
cheat. It's a
No,
cheat.
they cheated. They cheated.
I love it. Is there anyone you didn't expect to get along with or become friends with in the house that you did?
Anyone who I didn't expect, like, not really with me. Like, my whole thing is I've always been the guy that's friends with everybody and meshes between friend groups. So like, not really. Like, I really did expect to hit it off with most people. I think I was just shocked at like how genuinely like down to earth and like cool everybody was. Like truly, I think like Cameron, I love Cameron. Like going into the show, my sister was like, "Oh my God, he's on! Like he's one of my favorite content creators." So he and I were like talking a lot. But yeah, no, not really. I mean, everyone was really nice. Like I really can't say enough good things about everybody.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
And I feel like it makes a lot of people respect you too. If you kind of are friends with everyone, it's going to help your game, I'm sure, in the future.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's the best way to be. I mean, I think regardless, and I say this, and I don't have anywhere near as many followers as some of those people, but like I don't feel any different from when I had zero followers to the place I'm at today. So I think being humble and being a good person, like that's always how I want to live. And like you treat the bus boy the same way you would treat the president. So I just think having that sort of like even with the production team, like I made sure I was thanking them every day, like like doing that and being a good person in that sort of way goes a really long way, and it's good for you. It's good for, you know, your mental health to spread positivity and be a good person. So it's like that's just kind of how I live by. So yeah, all in all, it was really, really fun.
Speaking of the production team, what a shock that that producer
Oh,
just all of a sudden
Andrew,
started on the show.
I mean, that was like totally real in real time decision making. Like I think it was Kendall from Love Island was supposed to be on the show, and then they're like, we remember like it was happening in real time. We're sitting on our little tree stumps getting ready for the first challenge, and they're like, who's taking his place, and they were trying to figure it out. So it's pretty funny, honestly. Yeah, no, he was a good guy. I liked Andrew a lot. Really cool. And he literally works for Unwell. Like he's in their office right now working. So it's not even a
Insane.
lie.
And great TV, great character. You know, he
Great,
got
great TV.
involved early. I mean, he didn't have to be like a full-on character on the show, but he really got into it.
Yeah, yeah, no, he has the stuff. He has what it takes. And we were talking to him like obviously in between and off camera and stuff about like, dude, like this can kickstart a social media career for yourself if if you want that. So I've seen he's been posting a lot more. So I think he's kind of thinking about it. So hopefully I can see the Unwell team obviously can help him establish himself as a character in their universe in some way. So hopefully that works out for him.
Hilarious. It's him with his 300 followers at the time, and
Yeah,
then
yeah. Now he's got like 1,200 or 1,300. So it's going up.
it's moving. I
It's
mean, at the
moving.
time we record this podcast, only 2 episodes are out, and he's already growing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Good for him.
there you go. So let's talk a little bit about the second challenge, which you won. How did
Yeah.
you do that? What was the strategy there? You
Well,
mentioned you were a sledder.
yeah. So basically, I think it's my size and my inertia. If I was gonna get into my science class mind a little bit, I think me being probably with a bigger guy there and my experience sledding in the past, I knew how to lift my ass up. And then once we kind of get to the flat, uh, heading towards the bullseye, I kind of like that really hunkered in. Or did I lift my ass up and then put it back down? Whatever I did. Yeah, it was epic.
It
And I
worked.
and I and I bumped Al off of the center. Like he would have won the challenge if I didn't like bump him a little bit. But I knew because we were like the first two to go or the second two to go. And so I'm clocking everybody else. I'm like, I'm not a guy who gets lucky and wins shit. Like I really don't. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm watching everyone else go. I'm like, fuck, I think I'm like one of the closer ones to to the bullseye. And that keeps going. I'm like, shit, I might actually win this 10K. And I end up winning. So that was pretty funny. That's nice for me. Like I said, I don't win much very often. So or
That
get
was
lucky like
insane.
that. It was fun.
When did you get your money? Did you literally just walk home with a trunk? Or
No,
did
it was a fake briefcase.
Okay.
They sent it. I mean, they sent it like right after the show. So that was pretty
No
cool.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you do with it? Did you treat yourself to anything?
What I do with it, I didn't treat myself to anything crazy. I mean, my visa bills living in New York City are high enough as it is, and just living life,
Fair
I guess.
enough.
Just living
Fair
my
enough.
life.
Towards life.
Towards life. Towards life.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about your social media
Cool.
since you obviously have such a cool, unique, creative niche. How did you kind of come up with your concept of Daddy Academy?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, like even just like myself, like growing up, like I was always social, funny, had some like charisma, but I wasn't good with women when I was younger. So I got my first girlfriend like end of high school, but then like after that, like we broke up maybe a year or two into college. I'm like, I don't really know how to like date really. I didn't. So I at that time, so I'm 32, so we're talking like 12 years ago, whatnot. I'm like looking up dating content at the time and kind of as I'm developing as a man myself, hitting the gym, getting on my purpose. And I played college basketball and kind of as I kind of developed into the man I ended up becoming today, right? Like I started learning about dating and getting pretty good at dating and then helping my friends with dating. And it just became such a passion of mine, like the social dynamics between men and women. I just found it super fascinating and became good at it, became good at helping people with it. And now at this point, two and a half, 3 years ago, I'm like, and I've always had aspirations for being an entertainer, being on TV, helping people, like some combination of all that. Like I've always wanted that for myself. And I always envisioned that for myself. So I'm like, okay, you know what? If I'm gonna make this happen, I gotta make a TikTok page. I gotta do the whole thing. So the Daddy Academy was just like an inside joke name that I had with my friends. Like I would go on dates and whatever, and I would send a Snapchat to my friends like, "Oh, what's up, Academy? We're going out with Stacy tonight. Let me tell you about it." It's like it was just a joke, and the whole purpose of it is I wanted to help men. I really wanted to help young men like myself. So the joke was that men would be calling me daddy, like as a joke, right?
Mhm.
So I'm posting for like 6, 7 months, maybe like 3,000 followers, 4,000, 5,000. And then my sister one day was like, my younger sister, she was like, why don't you just make a video for women? You help me and my friends all the time. I'm like, that's a good idea. And I made the one video. Of course, it went viral. And I just kept answering women's questions. And then now I'm at the point where I kind of rode that wave, but like I'm also a very like things are meant to happen the way they're meant to happen person. So I kind of saw it as like a sign from, the universe, God, however you want to describe it, that like, okay, this is like a need and a niche that someone like myself is obviously needed. So I'm not gonna like force a square peg into a round hole and try to like, no, 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 I want to talk to men. It's like, no, maybe I'm the guy who is supposed to talk to women and help women with dating. So I rode that wave and I do coaching calls and obviously make my content, my podcast, and I love it. I mean, it's amazing. It's such a fulfilling line of work. And now, 2 years later, I'm going to start targeting men a little bit more because I've kind of gotten to a point where it just feels now appropriate for me to start like making some content for men and kind of getting both, bringing both groups together a little bit more. But yeah, that's kind of like how it all came about.
I love it. So what it sounds like is all is forgiven with your sister for this sledding incident. She really helped you
Yeah,
kind of
you're right.
broaden your niche.
Yeah, you're right. No, no, I owe it to her, honestly. I really do.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. You say you do
Sure.
coaching calls.
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship for 3 years. What's the
Oh,
one
cool.
piece of advice you would give me for a lasting relationship?
Ooh, well, how old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, like, really? I would say like 26.
23.
Okay. I remember what went up. Okay, 23. How long have you known each other?
3 years.
I mean, okay, you didn't know each other before that. You met in college?
Oh, we met on a dating app.
You met on a dating app. How old is he?
My senior year. He's 28.
Okay. I mean, realistically, I mean, he's approaching the area of his life where men start to think a little bit more, seriously about the future, right? Um,
Mm.
you're younger too. So this isn't going to be like a lot of people I work with might be in their late 20s, 30s, where things move a little faster. You're a little bit of like on a longer stretch where an engagement might happen. You never know what's going to happen. But I mean, he's now at the point in his life where he is going to start thinking about that. Knock on wood. Yeah, knock on wood. Um, my best piece of advice, though, I just wanted to get a sense of your situation.
Mm.
Really, really open communication. Like you have to just like dive into that vulnerability of, and I'm sure you have been together for 3 years of like truly letting the person into your mind and to who you are and your thoughts and your insecurities and what's working, what's not working. I mean, even in my past relationships that hadn't worked, that was something that I struggled with in the past is like really um being open with my feelings as far as I would sometimes sacrifice myself to make other people happy, right? A lot of people have that sort of people pleaser, empathetic, mentality towards life. But really, for two people to have a really successful relationship, you both need to be willing to say the hard things sometimes, right?
Mhm.
And I think like getting comfortable as you can with doing that is important. And I think you're at the point where you should be talking about the future a lot. Like
Yeah.
talk about the engagement, talk about potential marriage, talk about the family. Like it could be in a little bit of a looser joking way to an extent,
Mhm.
but 3 years though, like ain't really a joke, like there should be some real you should feel uh some oomph behind it on his end of like, yeah, we're obviously not there right now, but like, yeah,
Yeah. I
so
always
like,
joke with my friends. We like send my friends and I, who are kind of all around the same age, we're like, "Ooh, maybe we should start sending our guys TikToks of like cute rings or dresses and like sending them subtle hints." Because
It's
yeah, as 23-year-olds, we're young,
You're
but
young.
like you mentioned, in 2 to 3 years, it's like not as funny anymore. Like in 2 to 3 years, you might like seriously be thinking about it.
Well, I mean, if you've been together for 3 years, he's 28. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he should wait longer than another year or two. I mean, but also depends on you. I know we're talking about your dating life. Your boyfriend might even watch it, but
I
like,
know, watch, he's gonna like walk through the door
you
like
know
any
what?
second.
You guys live together?
We do.
Okay, so that's good. Like that's like a good sign. Like you guys have moved in that direction.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
trending
So
up.
like trending upwards. But yeah, I think just the more you verbalizing what you're ready for, what you want in your life, like don't be afraid to verbalize it. A lot of people, they kind of go with the flow in relationship a little too much instead of like creating some direction. Like, and
Mhm.
women are like, I want him leading, but you kind of showing him that's where I want to be. This is when I want to be there at that point. Like, at least gives a guy like, okay, because if I don't do that, I'm gonna lose her. Right.
Mm.
So you kind of want to dangle that carrot in front of him a little bit. You
I
know,
love it. You're hired.
I
I
got
should
you.
show this to my boyfriend. I'm like, we're hiring this. How's your dating life? What's going on in your dating life?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. It's a newer relationship.
Okay.
I was in one as I created the Daddy Academy and whatnot, but it was just one of those just wasn't meant to be. And we ended,
Hmm.
like kind of amicably and whatnot. Just had that feeling, sometimes you just get that feeling. But the new relationship's going well. I don't talk about it too often just
Amazing.
because of like, as a guy in the dating space, you don't want to like talk about the women
Hmm.
in that sort of way. But like she's fantastic. I just got back from seeing her. We're in a little bit of like a long distance situation for now.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just with her for a week. So she's great.
Were you dating her when you were filming Unwell Games?
I was. We weren't official, but we were like basically the next time I saw her, it was made official. So
Okay,
it was like
gotcha.
so they asked me like on camera, like, are you seeing anyone? I'm like, yeah, I'm seeing somebody. Technically, we're not official, but that's just because I haven't had the moment to romantically ask her to be
Okay,
my girlfriend yet. So like that's why like I'm not like included in like the horniness of the
got
season.
you.
you know?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if someone like went for you on the show, you would have said
No.
no.
I would have
You
said no.
already. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were serious at that point
Yeah,
then.
yeah, we were serious.
Yeah.
We were exclusive as one would say.
And how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, see, now I'm doing it to you. Now I'm giving you the dating advice.
Right,
Hey,
right.
I read a book about dating. I'm just as
What
knowledgeable.
book? What book?
It's called My Real Life Rom-Com.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, your book.
My book.
Nah, I gotta
Mhm.
check it out. I gotta check it out.
Yes. Yes. Have you written a book yet?
I'm writing one right now.
I was gonna say that would make a lot of sense for you
Yes,
with your
yes.
whole book brand.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. Still in the early stages of it, but yeah, we're working on it.
That's awesome. So you're 32. Okay, time is ticking, sir.
No,
What's your time here?
I don't disagree with you. I have like obviously like I'm not in a rush, but I am in a sense of like, I want my parents to be grandparents. Like I want family. I want all that. You want it with the right person. So like, yeah, I'm dating like very intentionally. I'm not just like fucking around, like I ended a relationship and 6, 7 months later, I'm in a new one. Like I healed and got to where I was feeling good again. And so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. But obviously, like I have a lot going on with what I'm doing here as well. So but I love it. I think you learn the most about yourself when you allow yourself to dive into relationship and vulnerability. So even though, yeah, I'm very busy and I got this business and this and that I'm working on, like I'm still learning so much about myself through the vulnerability of like diving into a new relationship and whatnot. So
Mhm.
I think it's beneficial for anyone to want to explore that. I think a lot of people nowadays keep things casual, um, because maybe they don't think about it in this way, but the unwillingness to dive deeper with somebody. And whether it works out long term or not with anyone you date, it doesn't matter. You want to make the most of it though, because everything's a lesson to learn, and you're learning something through every person you meet and everyone you date. So it's just an opportunity to grow as a person.
So what is up next for you? Not necessarily in your relationship.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
we already know
We
you're
already
getting
established
married tomorrow.
that. Mhm.
No, what's up next for you? Career,
Yeah, yeah.
life-wise?
So really working on this podcast of mine, like just keeping moving with that. We're gonna, which is my podcast, like I sit at this desk and I interview people and or answer people's questions. We're gonna do another kind of segment to it where I'm bringing men on and like really teaching men how to date the right way, like your classic nice guys. So that's something fun that we're kind of working on. I'm releasing a digital masterclass, like a digital course, sometime in the next month, which I'm really excited about, put a lot of time into. It's like my 12-step vetting system. Really
Mhm.
excited about it. Basically going from first date to boyfriend and girlfriend, what a woman should see and the signs of if it's working out or not, and how to kind of like regulate your nervous system and see the signs early and be able to make more, informed decisions where you feel more confident in your decision making as to what's going on. So really excited about that. And yeah, I just went on this Unwell show, so just kind of ride in the wave of wherever that could take me as well. But yeah, and just my coaching, whatnot. So if you're interested in working with me in one-on-one, shoot me a DM. I do one-on-one coaching as well.
And people just got free coaching today. I'm sure a
There
lot of
you
people are in
go.
this situation and they're like taking notes at home.
Take those notes. Take those notes while it's free.
Well, I'm excited to stay tuned for what you have next. And thanks
Yeah.
so much for coming on.
Oh, I appreciate you, Carrie. Thank you. Maybe we'll see you around the city.